Well, good afternoon, good evening, good morning. Jason over here at Signature Esports. And we are live once again, pre-Super Bowl for the Joe Sixpack Racing League here. Throwback 125 for the drivers here. It's Throwback Week for the JSPRL, and they've got some pretty awesome schemes. Been sitting here watching them do what they do and having a good time seeing some of these paint schemes. We'll talk about those as we get things ready to rock and roll. Alrighty, let's go over how things are standing on the grid real quick. Al Reed, who won last week, going to be up there in the pole position. That number 3, our Ireland driver, doing it justice. So we'll talk about his paint scheme. He sent me info on what his paint scheme is about, and it's pretty darn cool. Robert Tuisku, the 187, is going to be there on the outside pole position here at Pocono Raceway. He's going to be driving the good old Jeff Gordon paint scheme, that big old throwback DuPont paint scheme. Kind of dig it. David Lamaga, the 34, is going to be there, and the inside row 2. And Anthony Garland in the 81 there in row 4. Mike Killingbeck. I'm sorry, let me skip myself here. Lance Brantlinger in the number 8. He's going to be driving that throwback paint scheme from, the Intimidator himself, it does look like. Budweiser all over it. Blake Hensley, the number 12, is going to be driving the Gatorade throwback paint scheme. And he's going to be there in row 4 with Mike Killingbeck. Sammy Davis is right there with... Some things are backwards on my end, folks. Mike Killing, I'm going to look at the screen here. Mike Killingbeck in the number 70. Blake Hensley in the number 31. Josh Bromfield is in the 6th spot in that row 3. Row 4 is going to be Mike Killingbeck, Blake Hensley. Sammy Davis, the number 54 there with Robert McFarland. Josh Benton is going to be there in row 6 with Kerry Moore. Let's move on down the list here. John Lamaga, the number 71, is going to be out there with Travis Sutphin in the number 52. That's going to be making up row 7 for you. And Brian Wojcik, our Canadian driver, in the mix. He's going to be there in that number 9 car in row number 15, in row number 8 in 15 spot with Rob Lowell. Jared Knox and Greg. Greg's in the mix. Greg. Oh, he wasn't. I thought he was going to be in the mix. He was super fast in practice with these guys. Greg out there helping out with race control. Mike Broda Sr., the 73, probably doing that as well. Good to see everybody out there. A little that's backwards here. Oh, man, oh, man. I do love what we do, though. I'll read your pole sitter looking to do it again. Try to make it back to back to back, I believe. Quite possibly make it back to back to back. Waiting for the green flag from Fred the Flag Man. They're going to come around turn number 3. Hit that front stretch. It's a long, long front stretch, folks. Thanks, Brian. I'm just trying to figure out what was going on my relative screen over here. Apologies about that. Normally we're all good. It's Super Bowl weekend. We've got JSPRL, Joe Sixpack Racing League. It's fun. It's just fun. It's a great day, and I love it. Al Reed gets it though. Green, green, green for Fred the Flag Man. We're gonna do 50 laps here. This 2.5-mile track. And Pocono Raceway, the Tricky Triangle, just one of my favorite tracks. Not just to drive, but to broadcast as well, because this thing gets super fast and intense. Lance Brantlinger getting a little bit up. Everybody doing a great job of checking up. Oh, 31 in, 12 in. Oh, no. No, first caution is going to come out. Oh, man. Turn 1 exit is, until you get your tires warmed up, turn 1 exit is pretty darn slick. There's the 31 right there. He's loose up high. 54 goes off. Oh, man. 12, 31. Man. That's all right. They'll get it all straightened out. They'll get it all fixed. Everything will be ready to go. What's up, Willie's daughter? Here's her out there. Alrighty. That was quick. I tell you what. Yeah, give the tires a few. That's exactly it. Brian Crocker's out there doing it right. Give the tires a few. That's what you need to do. Definitely need to just relax. Let a couple of turns come in. Let that first lap heat your tires up, and you'll be ready to rock and roll. Al Reed still out front. He's waiting for the pace car. It's caution laps here are only 3 laps, so it's not like it was before. They are long laps, but that gives us an opportunity to talk about throwback paint schemes. Thank you for the hydrate out there. Oh, good. I'm going to hydrate. I'm going to hydrate, folks. Oh, man. That's what I was doing. I was pulling up Al Reed's information. So, Al Reed's paint scheme, super awesome paint scheme. Jordan Grand Prix. Al grew up watching rallying in F1. He didn't start watching NASCAR. Your dad says hi? Absolutely fantastic. He didn't start watching NASCAR until about 2014 with the Hendrick Championship is what he was telling me just yesterday. So he didn't really have any paint schemes from the 90s and the 90s and early 2000s that he was inclined to race, but he took his influence from Formula One. This team was active from 1991 to 2005, and he did a personal Jordan F1 team throwback scheme because, or as he calls it, a livery, because he grew up watching this race team on Ireland TV. So the Buzzin' Hornets is the paint scheme he's doing from 1999. The Jordan F1. Try to be the Buzzin' Horton around Pocono. That's what he's doing. You have more points up your sleeve. Awesome. Awesome. Let's talk about the... Greg sent me the updated points. Let's see. And we'll do that. Here we go. Sorry about that, Rob. I normally send Mr. McFarland. I usually send him the link, and I forgot to do that. So I went ahead and did that. Let's go over the points. David Lamaga right now, the current points leader in the JSPRL. Now, this is a cash race, by the way, so we'll go over the payouts for this race. Mike Killingbeck and Al Reed are tied for second place in points, so that's pretty darn spectacular. Only 5 points off David Lamaga. Lamaga being there in second place in that number 34. Lance Brantlinger, Josh Bromfield, Anthony Garland, all those guys make third, fourth, and fifth up. So, it's still tight. I mean, their race points that they have here aren't all. What's up, Bar Down Ed? It's good to see you. It's good to see how tight the racing is. This is the 5th race of their 10 race season. Last money race of the season as well. Lance Hill, thank you for liking the stream. Appreciate you out there. Another league, yep, Bar Down it. Yeah, we're doing the Joe Six Pack Racing League. This is I get paid occasionally to do these things, and on the other times, like the signature eNASCAR series, that is my series, so I do that and I pay out. Payouts for today's race. Whoa, we don't want that. You don't want to see steam. Wrong side, folks. Take a look at what's going on there. They're warming up those tires. See, they're going to try to warm up the tires on the backstretch. Oh, goodness gracious. Let's see. So 70% fuel, 2 tire changes, 2 quick fixes. So they're going to have 2 fast repairs here. 2 attempts at a green-white checkered. First place is going to get $50 in this race. Second place is going to get $30. Third place, $20. Bonus $5 extra for throwback paint schemes for P1 through 3. So if they are position 1 through 3 and they have a throwback paint scheme, they're gonna get an extra $5. That's pretty awesome. Nice job. Tell you what, Greg likes taking care of his league, and he's got a pretty darn good solid league. They only let about, I think, 30 drivers into this race to be able to qualify to race. Is the 44 car Liam Knox? Jared Knox. All right, the green's back at it. They've got their pace laps down. Now they can get back into the swing of things and get those tires into the mix. Now Reed slipping down. You know that the draft is going to be very important here. You got to stay in the slipstream, pass in the corners when you can pass in the corners. Don't try to pass on a straightaway unless you have a big run. Al Reed, Tuisku, Lomaga, Brantlinger, 187 of Tuisku driving the DuPont paint scheme. Yep. Jared Knox, that's who that is out there. Bar down edits. Be cool if it was though. Reed, ooh, second caution coming out. Travis Sutphin. Take a look and see what happened here. Ooh, oh man, bulldozer, helicopter. Oh. We'll have to back up and see what happened there. There it is. 31 there. Oh, he got loose. Oh, man. Oh. I don't want to watch that from his point of view. I came back on track. Here we go. Oh, no. Travis Sutphin. Got a little bit loose on corner exit there. And that was about as topsy-turvy as you could ask for. Yeah. Helicopter award. Hardest hit. Yeah, that right there. Al Reed inside his car right here. I know he wants to get out there and race, but you know. Awesome. Appreciate you, Bar Down. I appreciate you very much. Thank you all of the YouTube folks out there. Let's take a look. See what's going on. Where is my little... There it is. Helicopter award. That was pretty intense. Oh, I hope you guys are having a fantastic day out there. You got to get going. Once they complete the lap, then my timing tower does a reset where it shows the gap, but I'll manually do it for you folks. All right, folks coming in to get their fast repairs. Ardown's going to go run 87s, just so everybody knows. Ardown, if you got streams out there, you need to send me your link so that way we can make sure people can watch you. Alrighty. Who's your favorite paint scheme? Let's go. That's what we're gonna do. You guys put out your favorite paint scheme in the mix here. We're gonna go through the cars. We'll do which camera? That camera. There's the Buzzin' Hornets Joe of Al Reed. DuPont paint scheme. And good old throwback for Jeff Gordon from Tuisku. David Lamaga. The Manhelm Auctions. Kind of digging that paint scheme. Very cool. Dale Earnhardt Splash Intimidator paint scheme. Little throwback. Killing back. He's got a Bud Light there. Stroh's Light paint scheme. Bravo. That looks like Motorcraft Quality Parts. Oh man, that's I may have to have Vanna come over here and sit. 54. Paint scheme. Hold on. We can do it better. We can do better than this. Let's just do this. There we are. So you see the 21 right there. Sammy Davis right there. Western Auto. There's AC Delco throwback. Robert McFarland. Got his Crown Royal. Brian Wojcik. Wojcik's got the Hot Wheels. I think that's who is driving that one. That's the Hot Wheels throwback paint scheme right there. Pretty fire. No pun intended. Gary Moore. Little DJ Turtle going on. John LaMaga. Little nationwide throwback Dale Jr. paint scheme. Excuse me. Jared Knox. I believe Jared Knox has the Gatorade right there, the number 12. 44 is back there. Apologies about that. Number 12 is Josh Bromfield right there. So there's the 44 automotive finishes and the Travis Sutphin. He is driving a very, very throwback. That is a nice little plain, maybe plain looking, but good reference there. Very cool. Kind of wish Greg has a pretty awesome paint scheme out there. I wish Greg was in here. I would show his paint scheme. Mark Martin paint. Yep, Brian Heaslett out there. Actually, this Hot Wheels, Greg's driving Hot Wheels. I love the Hot Wheels. Hot Wheels is a good one. Brian Heaslett out there. Old Mark Martin paint. Yeah, I do like the Mark Martin paint. Seems like field is getting smaller. No, actually, the field is not bad. About the same as what it was. You're in the 60 in the pit. Awesome. I will look. Reed gets the green, though. We're going to go back at it here. Gets a nice jump. Getting single file, getting those tires in check and warmed up is going to be the big factor here. That's Greg, you're in pit road, it says. You'll have to load in your car. You'll have to load in your car so I can see your car. Even for a second. Oh, I saw your post, Greg, out there. Greg is the owner of the Joe Sixpack Racing League. He's out there chatting with us on YouTube. I saw his post about his car, and it's pretty awesome. I dig it. He made it himself, and big old throwback. I mean, it's pretty awesome. It's good to see him out there. Al Reed out front. They've gotten a lap down green. Here we go. Lomaga in second. Brantlinger up to third. Tuisku is falling back to fourth. But it's only a short time before they start really figuring out. Al Reed was fast last week, gave us a good win, and no doubt helping his point situation. But there's $50 on the line. That's $50, man. I'm excited to see some money. Reed, Lamaga first in points. Reed trying to take that thrown away by putting together some wins here. Lamaga, Brandlinger, Tuisku, killing back. Go take a look at the biggest mover at the moment. Running away with it. Second lap green. I think they got their patience in them. All right. Biggest mover of the race, Rob Lowell. He's up 10 spots, the 21. That Motorcraft Ford Mustang driving around. Guy off the most, Mr. Garland. 81. But don't hold him back. He may be 2 laps down, but don't hold him back. Blake Hensley as well, off 8 positions is the 31 coming around, trying to hold on to it. Still got a little bit of left side damage on his vehicle, but, you know, it's early. Al Reed out front. Lamaga trying to track him down. Tricky triangle. And they have 12 laps complete here in just a moment. So now is when their tires start becoming a big factor. The 2.5 mile track, so the same as in super speedway, but you got 3 turns. Oh, had 81 had connection issues, had to log back in. Anthony Garland. Okay, awesome. Getting updates trackside from Greg Drace out there. Remember, if you get an opportunity, you need to follow him on his Twitch channel. He does do updates every single week, and it's super awesome to go back and take a look all the changes that they've gone through, and he gives updates, and it's really cool. It's like hearing from, pardon the term, Greg, but it's like if you, instead of just hearing it from me, you get it from the horse's mouth too, and that's kind of awesome to see. So make sure you check out Greg's Twitch channel. It's GRGDRAISS. That's his channel name on Twitch. Reed out front, 0.7 of a second. Lamaga in second. They're utilizing that second line, which is going to be, you can see them on the corner exit. That's the 4th line. And you see the seams. That's where they're putting their tires, trying to keep their tires on that seam. And that'll help with grip and keeping their tires intact. Getting down to the white line is very important. About 160, 165 is what they try to take that turn at. 70% fuel. What's that, 27, 28 laps? Trying to remember how many, at least 2 pit stops. I do know that. If they didn't have a caution, so there'll be at least 1 more pit stop coming in. We might see these guys coming in lap 20, 25, trying to make it work for them. Brentlinger on the tail end of Lamaga. Here is Brentlinger. The number 8. Their old Budweiser paint scheme. Surprised nobody did the Budweiser frogs. There was a paint scheme back in the 90s that had that. Take a look at what's going on in the back. Sammy Davis got someone trying to pass him on the inside. It's Robert McFarland trying to get in the mix. Running the back bumper of the 54. 54 might have a little bit of company coming into turn 3. That one is, or turn into turn 1. This is a front stretch runner. That one is all over the back bumper of him. Somebody's going to make a pass on him. There he goes. He's going to dive to the inside. You see the draft working. Clears the air. Gets below him. 54. Nice and easy little checkup for him. Trying to get out of the way. 69. Right there. Oh, man. It's Joshua Benton. Had a good run getting into the corner right there. Benton up 2 spots. He is sitting right there in 9th place, the top 10 for him so far. Sammy Davis in 8th. Robert McFarland just moved himself up into 7th, and he's tracking down Rob Lowell, who is currently doing a pretty darn good thing. Mr. Garland doing his thing. There's the Toyota. I kind of dig that one, man. I don't know. I have to choose my favorite here. The UPS Toyota. I like it. I don't know. I mean, of course, if I go with the kid in me, there's Al Reed got a little bit loose on corner exit there, but does look like turn 3 is going to be where he is at. 8/10 of a second is the lead from Al Reed. Lomaga, Killingbeck up to third. Tuisku back to fifth. Here's a 70. This shows light 70. Lance Brantlinger as Tuisku behind him now. Brantlinger got around him a little while ago. Good pass for fourth. 187. Tuisku's going to have to hold on to it. Try to keep himself inside the top five. And no doubt he's going to be trying to track him down because you got to win some money. 8/10 of a second between Reed and Lomaga as they come around. Here's David Lomaga's front screen. We're going to follow along with the nose of his car. Good little corner exit. Trying to keep within striking distance of Al Reed. The draft paying attention to where he is at so that way he can catch that out. Gains on corner on turn 2 right there. It does look like Al Reed had to blow up just a little bit. Your sponsor on the 64 is OGG's Fire Sticks, keeping cavemen warm since 7000 BC. Are you in the pits? You got to, come on, you got to be in the pits, Joe. Come on, I'm clicking on your name. Bromfield, the 12. Still that little left side damage, but he's still out there competing. Still in the lead lap as well. Top 10 driving car, that's who he is. Oh, man. If I see Greg be in pit, that's we're going to look at his car. I love it. Greg Joe 6. Your name is, yeah. I see your car. I just can't see your car inside the pits because you're not sitting in the car. When it says out, whenever you don't load in, that's when that's why it doesn't allow me to click on your car and see you in pit road. It's all bueno though. We'll have to throw it up in the comments and on Facebook, a picture of your car. Lap 20 being completed, green flag conditions. Al Reed being closed in on by Lomaga. These guys are ready to rock and roll. Awesome, Greg. Reed, Lomaga, Killingbeck, Tuisku, Brantlinger. I think the race for first is starting to heat up because Reed has lost a little bit of ground to the 34 of Lomaga. Maybe Lomaga was saving something for him as those tires start to slicken up on the track. Greg's going to send me a photo later. I'm going to put a photo of his car in the comments of all of our Facebook feeds. Reed back into turn 1. Midline run. Lomaga running a lower line. Lomaga's going to start catching him here. I think he had to downshift in turn 1 there. Lomaga starting to catch him. We'll listen to the engine of, I think turn 1 is where they're starting to catch him, or he's starting to catch him, and he's catching it pretty well. Turn 3, not a turn that you really need to downshift in. It's a feather the throttle, stay out of line. Al Reed starting to catch some lap traffic. Let's listen and see what happens on this. There's lap traffic right there. Utilize that draft. Try to get around him. The 71. Holding it down, or trying to hold it down. Didn't downshift. Al Reed didn't downshift either, so. Sounded to me like somebody downshifted, but that's just me. 3 and 34. That's going to make up the top two. Oh, somebody got in the wall. That was Sammy Davis, I believe. No, not Sammy Davis. It was 71. John Lamaga. Woo. Hold on to it, 71. John Lamaga got into the wall back there just a little bit. He's a lap down. Thank you for all the follows and the just everything. You guys are absolutely amazing. Keep it up. Keep up the good work. Al Reed. Try to lead him around. Another lap. Maybe try to take it directly to the halfway point. You definitely don't want to run out of fuel anywhere here on the backstretch, if that were the case. These guys have only ran, since lap 9. Las Vegas next week. Oh, Vegas. That's, okay, so as far as driving tracks and iRacing, I have my top 3. Pocono's 1. Charlotte, of course, everybody loves Charlotte. And then Vegas is my number 1. I love Vegas. And I like it in real life, too. The Vegas Speedway is absolutely fun. If you ever get to go and have a weekend in Vegas during race week over there, you should. It's absolutely a blast. Las Vegas next week for the Joe Sixpack Racing League. Good to know. Thank you very much, Greg, out there. Greg, you and I are going to have to, number 3, up there again consistently. Daryl Paget, my friend. How are you, buddy? iRacing's most famous Australian, as claimed by Jason over at Signature Esports, Daryl Paget out there watching with us. I hope you and your wife are well. I really do. That is the man. Greg Drace giving me little tidbits out there. So they've put roughly about, we got 24 laps in, but they completed 6 of those laps under caution. So 19 laps on his tires. Kellingbeck's going to lead him another lap around, so that's going to be your new race leader. Mr. Mike Kellingbeck, the number 70. Stroh's light. McFarland. He's going to be in second, 3.78 seconds off. And consistently 3.78. It didn't move. Normally you see a good fluctuation going on there. It didn't move. Mr. Kellingbeck, the number 70. Coming around on lap 25. I think he's going to try to split it. Greg, what do you know? Is it constantly 18 laps, 19 laps? What do you know? Give me some insight on 70 laps here out there. I know you guys did practice all week long. Pit strategy. Give me your pit strategy. When do these guys absolutely have to come to pit road? As there's 25 to go on the JSPRL Throwback 125. Man, oh man. Yep, 50 laps. No, I know it's 50 laps. I was saying, when do they have to absolutely come to pit road? As far as fuel goes, what's the insight from down on the field? I can tell you what the pit cycle is going to be right here on the pit cycle. We'll take a look at the pit box. Pit strategy, bottom right-hand corner of your screen for the top 8. Kellingbeck, 25 laps out there, but not all of those were green flag laps. 6 of those laps were pace laps, and so that is most definitely going to be an issue. I say an issue because if he tries to run 26 green flag laps, that might wear out his tires, and he might run out of fuel. So we'll see how it goes. Robert McFarland, the new race leader, coming around. He's going to put 26 laps on his tires, make it the 27th lap as he comes around. You pitted lap 30 Friday practice, mainly for tires. Perfect. Greg out there letting me know what 30 laps looks like. 30 laps. They can do it. So we'll see what Robert McFarland's going to do. Bromfield, the number 12, is going to be out there. So maybe these guys are going to be taking a short pit to gain some momentum and some tires. Bromfield in second place, maybe the one holding on. Who knows? Who knows, folks? They're racing. We can't ask them. All right, let's look newer tires to older tires. Here's the speeds, bottom right-hand corner of your screen. There is Robert McFarland as Kerry Moore and Brian Wojcik come to pit road. Al Reed, he's got some new tires on his little vehicle right there. Speed's going to be a little bit heavier. Lamaga's going to be right there on his tail, though. These guys have been back and forth, so that's third and fourth right now. Robin McFarland not being able to carry too well. Out of the corner right there, he just got a little bit loose, but it's all bueno. That's what he's supposed to do, right? McFarland, Bromfield, Reed, Lamaga, Brantlinger, Tuisku. That makes up all the way to the 6. Killingbeck, Lowell, Benton, Moore, all the way to the top 10. Moore had to come to pit road, so no doubt he's going to utilize maybe some of that speed whenever he gets out of pit road to try to make sure that he gets some of these lap times back. W. Piercer, I don't have any points up my sleeve yet. You will. There on Twitch. Good to see everybody on out there. Facebook, Twitch, and YouTube. Facebook.com/Signature Esports. Same thing with YouTube. YouTube.com/Signature Esports. Woo! A little bit loose for the one of McFarland. And Signature Esports on Twitch. Twitch.tv/Signature Esports. Facebook, Signature Esports Live is our new Facebook group. We encourage everybody to join it that is a part of the Signature Esports family and the community out there. We want you guys to get out there and post your stuff in there so that way I can see what you guys are doing. And so everybody else, if I'm talking about it, that means people are going to look at it. And then if people look at it, that means they're going to see your stuff. So post it out there and get a part of the group. We'll make sure we approve everybody. Kind of do it all at once, or unless you have at least a year on Facebook, then you get automatically approved. I think is how it goes. McFarland, Bromfield, Reed, Lomaga. McFarland's gonna run it dry. This will be lap 30 for him, but maybe he might stretch it another lap or so. Ooh, someone got loose on the corner exit over there. Lamaga and Bromfield back and forth back there. Let's take a look and see what's going on there. Bromfield was in second. Al Reed passed him. Put in Lamaga. Bromfield just trying to hold on to it. Little lap traffic. Ooh, 54 almost shot up the track right there. Debbie Davis right there. Trying to stay out of the way of guys on the lead lap, but at the same time, you got to get yourself into that corner. That corner is so hard to not be in the corner. Like, even if somebody's behind you, you kind of just have to do it. So, you got to keep that in mind whenever you're racing around these guys. 3 gets a little bit loose right there. You see him turn the 3. You have to hammer back into the throttle because Lamaga's catching him. McFarland on pit road. New race leader, which is back to Mr. Reed. I wondered if McFarland was going to take it all the way to that, and just see how everybody races each other, because, you know, at 30 laps that would have been very justified. May have to see if Al Reed, and I know Lamaga will be able to make it if he sits in the draft for the entire last 19 laps that we have going on here. A little exit right there, a little loose. Still a great run for these folks. Let's see who the biggest mover is after green flag pit cycles. Rob Lowe, 21, still up 9 positions, was up 10. Tell you what, folks, it snowed here yesterday, and I think when it snows, it messes with me just a little bit. Al Reed, Lomaga, Brantlinger, Tuisku, Killingbeck. That's going to be the top 5. Top 3 are the drivers looking for money. Reed, Lomaga. That's the biggest bunch of money coming. $50. I wish I was driving and broadcasting at the same time. Totally joking. Reed, Lomaga, Brantlinger, Tuisku, Killingbeck, McFarland, Lowell, Benton, Moore, and Bromfield as it runs through 334, 8, 187, 71, 21, the 69, 980, and the 12. You know, pick some single and double-digit numbers up there and go play your lottery tickets as it stands. The Powerball numbers for tonight, 334, 871, and the Powerball, the 21. Too funny. What did you say? Yeah. Oh yes. And I'm being told that if those numbers win as they stand, make sure you tip us very well. Signature Esports. Reed, Lamaga. That's going to be the guys we're going to be looking at here. Let's go on. I'm checking the relative to see what's kind of. Everybody's kind of about 3 seconds apart, except for Killingbeck. And there's Mike Killingbeck right there. And Brantlinger. Killingbeck came 2 laps later than everybody inside the top 5 right now. So Lance Brantlinger is going to be falling off pace. He pitted on lap 20. Al Reed, David Lamaga, and Robert Tuisku came in on lap 24. But Killingbeck is catching Tuisku. Here's Tuisku. Here's the last 5 laps, which I really love this relative. Tuisku being caught. And I mean being caught by Killingbeck. So I don't doubt that this is not going to be. Here's Tuisku, third place driver, Killingbeck at number 70. That's the lap times back here. I believe we can look at sectors at this track. Yes, we can. Sector 1, Killingbeck almost 0.2 of a second faster. Woo! A little bit loose for the 70, but he gets it up there. He's like, let me go. Half a second faster. Now, don't get me wrong. Tuisku doesn't really have anybody to draft off of. And so Killingbeck is really utilizing that lap traffic and now the draft of Tuisku right there. So he's got 2 lap fresher tires on green flag tire sets. So that's kind of how that's going to work for him as they move forward. See him dive that corner in, which is just beautiful. $14 laps to go. I'm waiting for this one to unfold. But this guy right here, 2.3 seconds out. Al Reed starting to step on it. Trying to make sure if he's going to run out of fuel, he's going to do it at the end of the race. Oh, man. Reed, Lamaga, Twisku, Killingbeck, Brantlinger. We're going to go back to that battle that's about to ensue. The 187 being caught by the 70 for third. This might be the battle for the last chunk of money. I tell you what, 70 and the 187, maybe on two different sets of tires. But if the 187 can stay within reach of the 70 and stay in his draft, if he gets past, then I would suggest that, turn 3, bump, let him drift up, bump and run. Very common here on turn 3, going to the checkered flag. The 70 is going to be there to the inside of the 187. He's going to make a pass down the turn 1 straightaway. There is the turn 2. Good. Whoa. A little bit different being out front. Rear end in front of the drivers. You see the 70s rear end of Mike Killingbeck, who takes over third. Kind of step out from him there. So now the 187 can just relax, follow in the draft, maybe hold on to his beer. It's Super Bowl Sunday, folks. Who do you have for the Super Bowl? Let me know. I don't have anybody. I don't care who wins this year. I'm not betting. I'm not doing it. But you've got Tom Brady and Patrick Mahomes again in the Super Bowl. Only one of the teams are the same, though, so that it's kind of how it goes. It's so funny. Boo on Brady, says Greg. I live in Missouri, and I'm supposed to, cheer on local teams and all that stuff, and even with broadcasting and announcing and stuff like that, and or being in the restaurant industry for as long as we have been, you're supposed to be like, whoa, go Chiefs. The Puppy Bowls are going to be more entertaining than the Super Bowl. Yeah. But at the end of the day, I look at it and I go, not really that enthused. Al Reed out front, 5 seconds. I mean, we're in the midst of all that. We're gonna run. What are we running today? Al and Jared out there watching. We're running some dirt series a little bit later. It might happen right about halftime in the Super Bowl, I think. By the time it's all said and done, everybody's just going to be like, all right, I just want 10 minutes. All the commercials are going to be died down too, but I'm not even mad about that. For those who have listened to the media out there in that regard, a lot of companies like Budweiser donating their money or applying their money to help the communities rather than advertise during the Super Bowl. So, that's pretty awesome. I like that. But we're not going to see any commercials. It's going to be regular television commercials. The $5.5 million 60-second slots or 30-second slots or whatever they are going to go to the $20,000 local sponsor that we, which is fine by me because during the Super Bowl, they have to fill that time. So it's going to be awesome. Al Reed, Lamaga, Killingbeck, Twisku, Brantlinger. Thanks to a driver that is being tracked down. Let's take a look at what's going on with Lamaga back here. David Lamaga, the 34, as the cloud cover comes over the front stretch. Killingbeck, 5 seconds off. Last 5 lap times, though, Killingbeck is coming. And I mean, he is on his way. Gotta pause that microphone one more time. Woo! But, like we were talking about the other day, we did the card pulls for Maximus Sports Cards. We did their card pulls, and it was a lot of fun. But the card pull, the card rips that I did before that, the first couple of cards I pulled one was a Tom Brady and one was a Patrick Mahomes, and I was like, this might be a sign of who might win, and I'm going to do something with those cards to some fans tonight with Real Racing Online Dirt Series. We're going to give away those two cards to two fans who want them. Oh, man, Al Reed, Lamaga. And I tell you what, Killingbeck is coming. He's gaining about 0.3 of a second, or 3/4 of a second on Lamaga every lap. But he's only got 8 laps to close the distance. He's 6.5 seconds back. Killingbeck stepped on that lap. Alrighty. Go back to your race leader. Al Reed. Lamaga pulled in within him just a little bit there. I think lap 41 was just a bad lap from Lamaga. He might have just gotten loose. Talent comes in all forms and fashions. And in all of this, all of these guys in here have a ton of talent. iRacing is not easy to get out there and drive with these folks, but at the same time, it's not. You gotta make an investment, and you gotta get your hands in there and wheel these cars around. Al Reed, though, he is stepping on it 2 weeks in a row. A lot of fun. Al Reed, Lamaga, Killingbeck, Tuisku, Brantlinger. He'll be able to tell you more about it, too. I did go and look at his link and read the story about the team, but, the Buzz and Hornet, number 3, the Jordan F1 paint scheme, or livery form, really kind of cool. Got to dig it. All right, folks, I got to take 30 seconds. I will be right back. Alrighty, that was all I needed to do there. Almost Reed's bedtime. He's 5 hours ahead of us. He might stay up and watch the Super Bowl. I don't know if he is or not. Was it 9 o'clock his time? My time? 10 o'clock? Al Reed's. He might. Greg got there. Almost Reed's bedtime. He is in Ireland, 5 hours ahead of us. But I was reading out there, folks. Out there on, chat it up out there. Make sure that you do, because, the more chance that we have, the more viable we are. There goes Mr. Reed. 9.38 seconds, 4 laps to go here in the Throwback 125. 50 laps. Come and gone, 2 cautions for the race. And Al Reed. There's David Lamaga, Killingbeck, pulling within 4 seconds. 3 laps to go. There he is. Coming back, solid second place. He's got 3 laps to do it. You think he can? Mr. Tuisku ran a nice little lap 44 trying to catch up with Killingbeck there. We'll see how it goes here. Tuisku just going to have to settle for 4th, I do believe. Brantlinger 33 seconds off the pace of the leader in 5th. Lap time's 56 seconds, so anybody who's a lap down right now is, just holding on to it. There's the 52. The 52 was Travis Sutphin right there. Going to be tracking down the leader. There is Garland losing pace to him. Whoa, 52 up near the wall. Whoa, stay out of the way. Woo-wee. There's nothing more nerve-wracking, even for me, whenever you see somebody get loose out of a corner right in front of you. But hey, as an announcer, you go, whoa, whoa, that's the leader. Because I don't care who wins. I just want to make sure that nobody dies in a corner. 34 of Lomaga. Now we are going to have to hold on. Lomaga catching up right there. And I think it all has to do with what was going on in the corner exit of 3. 2 laps to go here. Four more corners total as they come around. It's turn 3. Al Reed coming around the front stretch. Going to take the white flag here at Pocono Raceway. The Legacy Pocono as well, so it's iconic no matter what. Al Reed, white flag waves. Lomaga in 2nd. Killingbeck in 3rd. Been a nice little race. Been awfully good. Driving it well enough. The F1 livery, the Jordan F1 livery. The Buzzin' Hornet, number 3, coming around 2 more turns. There is the turn to shoot right there, and 1 more turn. Front stretch run, a couple of weeks in a row for him. Al Reed going to take it home. Pretty nice and easily, 11 seconds out in front of the field. There he is. Checkered flag results. Wins. Congratulations to the man right there. He said everybody else was faster than him here, but he proved it wrong, I do believe. Lomaga, Killingbeck. That'll make up 2nd and 3rd. So there's your money winners. Reed, Lomaga, Killingbeck, Tuisku in 4th. Farland's going to be coming around to finish 5th. Nice job, everybody. Congratulations to the drivers right there. There's the 34 coming around, going to probably give a little bump. Little celebration going on. David Lomaga, points leader. That might be shrinking. I'm just saying. You're welcome, Greg. You're absolutely amazing. I appreciate you. Congratulations says, you're welcome, you're welcome, you're welcome. Daryl Paget says, congrats on the 3, Al Reed. Great drive. Brian Heaslett, another great drive out there. Good to see it. Good to see it. Reed, there to celebrate. We know he likes F1, but he can burn it down. We know he can burn it down. Alrighty. I'm just waiting, folks. That's all I'm doing. I'm just waiting for the burnout. It's a long track to pace around. Here he is. Al Reed. Pocono. Dumping the clutch. Burning it down. There he is. Buzzin' Hornet F1. Popping it up against the wall there. Oh, man. Digging it. Congratulations to that driver right there. Let's go over your race results real quick before we chat with the drivers. Al Reed, David Lamaga, Mike Killingbeck. That's going to be the top three. Robert Tuisku in fourth. Robert McFarland in fifth. Josh Bromfield in sixth. Harry Moore in seventh. Joshua Benton in eighth. Rob Lowell, Brian Wojcik. That's going to make up your top 10. Travis Sutphin, we were talking about him, number 52. He's going to be back there. And Anthony Garland finishes in 16th. John Lamaga in 17th. Greg Joe, he was your... Oh, he blows it up. Greg Joe is your race controller and owner out there. Mike Brodus, senior, out there to help out as well. Big old thank you to those guys. As man, oh man, it was fun. It was real. It was real fun. All right, folks. There he is, Mr. Killingbeck, my third place driver. Congratulations on having a little bit of fun there. You were coming. I thought you were going to be. I thought you were going to be right there on the tail by the time it was all said and done of Lamaga, or if not, you were coming fast enough to pass him. Walk us through the last long green flag stint you had right there, and tell us how your race went.
Hey, Jason. Yeah, I thought I was going to catch him. I think I ran a pretty steady race. I just kind of ran out of track. I got into some lap traffic there. I don't know if you saw when I almost got into that one accident when I think it was one of the cars lost control on the backstretch there.
Mm-hmm.
Anyhow, I recovered, and I just couldn't catch him. I ran out of track, but it was a lot of fun. Congratulations to Al.
Absolutely. It was a lot of fun. It was good to watch. It was, the first couple of cautions you kind of expect because of turn one. That turn one, when you get on the exit of turn one, your tires are brand new. Nobody expects it to just stick like what it does on lap two, but it was definitely a great drive. I enjoyed it. Talk about your throwback paint scheme.
Oh yeah, so this is a Mark Martin, early '80s. Actually, it's the first paint scheme that he was driving when he won for Roush, his first win. I'm not sure if it was 80 or 81. Mark Martin, the Stroh Light. So being out of Detroit, I figured it was only appropriate to represent Jack Roush and Stroh's beer.
I get it. I definitely get it. I was like, I couldn't remember the story behind Stroh's beer, if it was local to you or not, so I didn't want to do that. But definitely Mark Martin paint scheme. But yeah, congratulations! You got some money coming back to you. That's always good.
Oh yeah, it always helps. This will be my second win, or not win, but the top three anyhow. So yeah, hey, it's a lot of fun. And just a shout out to Greg. Thanks a lot for doing this. He puts on a great league. I mean, everything, all the fine details. It's just a fantastic time. Thanks to Greg for this.
Absolutely, that was my next thing to let you do all that. Get your shout outs out there. So, absolutely fantastic drive. A top three finish for you. $20 in your pocket. Detroit, Michigan native, Mr. Mike Killingbeck. Congratulations once again.
Thank you, sir. Have a great one.
You too. Go watch the Super Bowl.
Oh yeah, you know it.
It's coming, and we don't know why. All right, my man. Congratulations. We're gonna talk to Al next. I think Al's in there. Here he is. Al Reed, the race winner. Here he is. Congratulations on finishing 7, 8, 11, 22 seconds. You finished that in front of the field. Walk us through your race, my friend.
The good qualifying. The race was good. We had a couple of cautions at the start. Kind of a bit worried what would have to happen with that. Then we got run. It was good. Just keeping the tires under me, keeping everything going. And then I pitted around lap 24. And Lomega was riding behind me. Like, I don't know if you're watching, but Lomega was like within the second, pretty much, all that stint. And we came out, and he was about 2 seconds behind me going out of the pit. So I was thinking, great, I gained a second on him. And within a lap, he was back within a second. And a lap after that, he was on maybe a 10th or 2. Going into turn 2, he was on my bumper. So I was thinking he's going to take it inside. So I was expecting to go too wide in turn 2, but he didn't send it. So just kept battling. It lasted for a second between us the whole way through it. And I don't know, maybe I think he might have been just pushing a little bit too hard on his tires. and you just see his on my relative, he just won a bit away. But yeah, I just wanted to keep pushing in case it never happened. But good race, happy with that. Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah, definitely. There for a little bit. You guys were neck and neck, especially right after when he was on fresh tires. You guys, like you were saying, I enjoyed that stint of racing, and then once he started falling back, he had Killingbeck starting to catch him. Killingbeck on 2-lap fresher tires. I thought we were going to have a battle for second there at the very end too. But I mean, you're consistent with your laps. Lap traffic, of course, being always a factor when it comes to Pocono. Once you get a long green flag running, you're definitely going to be getting into some lap traffic. But turn 3 seemed to be you're getting back onto the front stretch. That seemed to be your area of where you'd come up the track and get a little bit loose. That's what it seemed. I guess I'm more asking you, is that where you found the biggest problem here at Pocono?
Yeah, that and turn 1. I didn't want to use up so much tire on turn 1, and then you're using the rear tires then on turn 3. But I like Pocono. It's a nice flat track. It's kind of one of those tracks where it's easy to get around, but it's hard to kind of master, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
But once we come up to I think it's a 1.5 mile tracks. Like Atlanta, Kansas, Texas. Like if we come up to tracks like that, that's where I suffer. Like Kansas, for example. Mm-hmm. I can do 10 great laps at Kansas, but then I'm last essentially after that.
Yeah. I like the 1.5 miles, and you guys can have the tricky triangle. I love the tricky triangle. I love driving Pocono, but I tell you what, it's it eats me up. I promise. I would be if I had started here on the pole, I would be in dead last by the end of it, just because I can't manage tires here. But it's a great drive, Al. I tried to talk about your livery. Make sure that you explain it too, so that way everybody hears it from you. So that way, if I goofed it up, then you'll be good to go. And then give your shout outs out there for me, my friend.
Thank you. Yeah. So my throwback is actually an F1 throwback. It's from a Jordan F1 team that were active maybe 15, 20 years ago. Growing up when I was a kid, I couldn't watch NASCAR. We didn't have it in Irish TV. So all the rest of the guys are doing 90s, 80s, noughties throwbacks. I didn't watch NASCAR back then, so I did an F1 throwback, just a little something different. So, but the Jordan team is 100% Irish owned, or was 100% Irish owned, over till they got bought out. So it was nice to represent Ireland, I suppose, and NASCAR throwback, I suppose. But yeah, and just my shout outs then, just my team, Atlantic Racing Team. Shouts to the guys there, Rob, Sammy, Mac, obviously to Greg for running league, and Anthony, and obviously to yourself as well, Jason, for streaming the broadcasts. It's really professionally done, so appreciate that. Thank you.
Absolutely, Al. Have a great one. I think you'll do a little bit better at Texas than you think. You just got to remember that you got to dive into the corner. Throttle control.
Go straight and turn left, right?
Yeah, pretty much. No, the front stretch is the hardest thing to manage when it comes to it. Turn 1 is it's definitely a lift into the turn, accelerate out of the turn. Turn 3 and 4, it's more about throttle control. You can almost stay 3/4 throttle into that whole turn. So you'll figure it out. You're a very, very good driver, and we've seen you take a couple of back-to-back wins now. So, but congratulations once again, and we're going to be seeing you next week.
Great, thanks, guys.
Absolutely, Al Reed. He's going to be your winner, and we are going to be done for a couple of hours. Super Bowl's coming up. We are going to have the Real Racing Online Dirt Series a little bit later here this afternoon, so we're going to get that ready to rock and roll, and a little 50-lap feature. I believe we're going to have something around 16, 18 drivers, something like that tomorrow. You have to join us for the Ryco Motorsports Dirt Series that we have. It's a development dirt series that we're going to be broadcasting tomorrow night to all the guys over there. Absolutely fantastic. We had a great race this past week. 410 sprints tomorrow, so that's what they're going to be running, and it's going to be fun. It's going to be a blast. From all of us over here, Al Reed, your race winner over at the Throwback 125 with the Joe Sixpack Racing League. I'm going to go take some Benadryl and get ready for the next race. Thank you, folks. Have a great day, and we'll see you here in just a little bit.